Are live, coming back at you again with another cat. Okay, we are live with Azura versus Ryogin. Gonna be banger of a series. Two of our more highly placed players. I don't think. Actually, let me. While we get this early game going, I'm gonna take a quick peek at the standings. What ranking are they?
Ryogin at number
Ryojin. This
4.
is 3 versus
It's number 3.
4 on Team Inferno,
Yeah.
which puts them in the top 8 across the entire season, give or take.
Yeah. You're not streaming in Discord, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
I'll
you're
also
in game
announce
anyway.
quickly. Yeah, I'm. It doesn't matter for me, but it doesn't help anyone else who wants to watch.
True. Alright, so Ryojin, Azura is a bit of a either Glaives or like Stargate Rusher. Ryojin, he plays like a weirdo Zerg.
That's what's going. So how do you know his playstyle? Have you seen his games before?
I have seen some of his games before. I think I've played him a couple of times before. He's also coached me in against Terran and stuff, given me some advice
Okay.
there. And I've also just like heard him talk about theory and stuff, voice channels.
Okay.
Azura, I'm a bit less familiar with. I've just seen him play a couple of games here or there.
Like, apparently he's known to be a bit of a sky toss camper, but the first few times I watched him was when he was abusing Jay and like just killing him with the first two adepts and like just doing lots of adept play, that kind of thing. It's not what you expect from a sky toss player. Then again, Jay was being stubborn and only built like two lings against double chrono adept, so kind of had it coming.
Well, that's all Raynor needs, so you know.
Yeah, surely if it's good enough for Reina.
Well, I think Jay fancies himself a little Raynor, so
Yep. Needs to get his league game up then.
needs to fucking play. Actually, from what I hear, Raynor doesn't play all too much these days.
Nah. Don't know how much motivation there's left.
I mean, the new GSL season thing just got it
Yeah,
announced.
true.
Although I thought I heard rumors that like a new league for the year or new circuit was being set up, but then I never
Hmm.
heard a follow up after that. So there's a
Could be
couple of
interesting.
events here and there.
So what is Azura actually doing? He's actually just not even going to send his adept out, just chronoing. I don't even know if we chronoed the first step. Doesn't look like. I think we're just chronoing.
It's just chronoing
Orcas and
probes,
whatnot.
being very
We don't
safe.
have a wall though, so this doesn't mean much. Ryogin's only got two lings here.
Doesn't need the wall, as probes stayed on the other side of the map for a pretty long time. Knew only a couple of links were coming. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an extremely fast third base here. A 335 Nexus is going to be my call. Okay, he made a third adept. Very greedy, but also safe against any Ling shenanigans, and the fact that he
Ooh,
didn't scout a Roach Warren, he scouted drones around the way. He should have no
bit of a
problem getting away with this fast. Okay, he got a second gate as well, never mind.
big macro here from Ryogin. He's been sitting on. He's been supply blocked for a while now. It wasn't enough to actually sort of lava cap him, which would have been the biggest issue. But actually, no, sorry. Maybe I was. No, he did get it in time for the inject, so it wasn't that late. Ooh, Roach Warren.
Okay.
So looks like he wants to do some kind of pressure here. But I think Azura saw that. You should see that with this. Yeah, he does see it with the Oracle. Wonder if he's paying attention. I know there is a build you can do. Like you can just kind of do like a small roach pressure to kill the third if they do like a really early, like a 320, 330s single gate third. You can kill that with a roach flood, like or at least a roach pressure and then flood. But I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this roach one. This is also. This wasn't a safety roach one because it doesn't make sense to have one.
It
But I
could be.
guess he's going for less, so it must have been a safety roach one.
Yeah, it's just probably won't even make any roaches with this. It's just the if this happened to be Starglaves, I will have a Roach Warren.
Yeah. Ling's going to work on these rocks. So you know what? I'm going to come attack you later. I want to make sure these rocks are gone.
Might as well. This is a lot of adepts. It's got 4, 5 already. More
So
adepts.
I assume he's just going to go for like a pressure with him. Otherwise, I don't know why you have so many lying around. Yeah, he's going to go pressure now. Actually, Ryogin's going to see this immediately, but nothing these Lings can do about it. Well, I like this though, actually. He's threatening to kind of use these Lings to attack, but it's not enough to threaten these Stalkers, so... It's not going to force Azura to stay at home.
0 workers
Ling...
killed, by the way.
Huh?
Still 0 workers killed.
Oh, no, you said no workers killed. Okay, well, that might change now. Whoops. Oh, we actually...
No, we're just posturing with the adepts, trading with some Lings, forcing out some more. We're at 540 almost in game, and Azura is still ahead in worker count despite getting 0 damage. Just by posturing and playing greedily, he's kept a bit of a worker lead, which is very nice for him.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, only weird thing we're seeing is Rogan's going double upgrades, which is kind of unusual in this matchup. So he's doing a little greed himself, but I don't think it matches what Azura's got coming. Only has 1/4 base here, does Ryogin, so, and it's also the front base, so Stalker pressure could be a bit dangerous here.
Robo Bay, double Robo, very interesting.
Holy moly. Okay. So we're going to see a Colossus time, which...
That's cool. I fuck with that.
Lurker Den already coming up though for Ryogin, but no Hive Tech on the way, so Lair Tech Lurkers.
See what I mean by weirdo shit?
Hive Tech Lurkers are goated against Colossi. Lair Tech Lurkers I feel like are not that great.
I mean, layer tech lurkers aren't that great in general.
Yeah, specifically because it goes from being able to outrange the Colossus, or have equal range to the Colossus, to being completely outranged by them.
Yeah.
So Azura not going with the Sky Toss strategy this time.
Still something. The absolute golden standard is Storm these days, so it's still something kind of weird.
It is weird, but this is like more like a timing. Like you're supposed to actually kill the Zerg before you get to Hive Tech, I think is the whole point of this build.
Yeah, this is... I was
at least
about
do
to
enough
say...
damage that you can put it.
I was about to say this is a 3 base all in, but he's about to take a 4th with it, so what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, it usually often is played as a 3 base one, I think, but
This is a very
I think
fast...
it matters that much. Also might make the Zerg feel more comfortable seeing the 4th base, like, hey, this guy's macroing up.
Which he is.
I feel like we forgot this infestation pit, because why do we have 4 Latex Lurkers and now under this infestation pit on the way? Unless he thought he was going to get hit by a charge all in.
10 overlords at once there for a second.
Yeah.
Pulling Hydra is going to be able to get nothing done.
We will not be supply blocked again. Hold on, we have actually... Oh, sorry, there are two laser giraffes in production, I thought they meant.
There's 2 already done as well. Or there's 1 already done.
Already done. Let's see how long it's going to take for Ryogin to see them. Hive is on the way now, so the timer is kind of ticking now for Azura to actually get some value out of these Colossi.
I think you go for like a 3.
Yeah, I feel like we probably... Yeah, you have to, right? Because otherwise you're just going to... Otherwise there's going to be too much time to get Vipers out or ranged Lurkers.
See
there's no Templar Archive, so Vipers are king in this situation. Until the Templars are out, the Vipers will reign on the battlefield.
Nope, we are not going for a 3 base timing. We're getting a fleet. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of wild.
Buckle your seatbelts, boys. We're going to be in for a bit of a long one, it seems.
Okay, I'm not sure. Now we also have the Spire coming in for Ryogin. I'm not sure if that was just based on like the natural way the game's shaping up. Like it's a quiet game, so you expect the Protoss to probably take into Skytoss, but it's good that he is getting that lair, so he's getting that Spire. Now, Hive is done. I don't think he knows about the Colossus already been making Vipers, I think. I mean, yeah, the Lurkers are nice. You're not going to die, but if you want to go on the offensive, you kind of want Vipers to be able to pick off grab the Colossi.
Fast mothership.
Holy. What is Azura cooking? Yeah, just like he just wants to camp. He's not got any intention of moving up, but I have no idea why we went Colossi instead of Storm then.
I think he just went Colossi because Okay, I want to get your opinion on something. I have an idea for a new piece of terminology we should use in the StarCraft scene. So you
Okay.
know that moment when like your disruptors get jumped on, so you spam all the shots all at once?
Yeah.
We should call that inking.
Hey, what?
You know, like when a squid gets cornered, it inks and then it shoots
Inking. Oh,
everything all at once and then runs away.
true.
So
What
the
else is
thing,
okay?
if you go storm first, you might get caught, so you have to ink, but then all of your splash damage is gone. If you go
Okay.
Colossus, you can't even ink because you just have that
Now you go.
consistent splash damage. So I think he got the Colossus just so he wouldn't die to a Hydra Ling pressure, and now
Yeah.
he's gonna get Tempest and Storm.
Thing is, yeah, but we're already producing a lot of corruptors, and the corruptors kind of beat everything.
They
This
beat.
corruptor lurker should just win.
There's so many cannons here though, and there's gonna be Tempest. It's gonna be so hard to attack into this.
Mm.
Still no Vipers, I don't think. Nope.
Oh, great Aspire. Okay. That I don't necessarily. I mean, Broodlords are not great against Tempests.
Cyril says that Broodlords are underrated.
True.
Is it just 2 Stargates? Yes, it is. Getting Observer Speed, okay.
We're getting all the fancy gimmicks. Technology stabilizers, observer speed.
He's killing his own sentries so he can build more Tempests. Some Archons. The cannons everywhere is great.
Got like two forges, 2 cybercores running. Both
We've
these guys, okay, it's like a gentleman's agreement. We're just gonna go for the late game here.
no Rush 20. Resources lost is less than 1,000 each.
This is the campiest of CVPs I've seen in ages.
VOD watchers, skip ahead 20 minutes. This game is still going to be going.
Let's see, we are gonna have some action now. The
Little
broods
bit.
are here. I wonder if there's a timing that
Hate
Ryogin can
cannons.
still hit here.
He can poke, but these Tempests are gonna be so annoying. I'm shocked that he still only has 2 Stargates. Double Cybercore, but only 2 Stargates? Should have at least 3. Zealots get
Feels
one of the corner bases.
we have High Templar, but I'm not sure if Azura realizes he hasn't actually started Storm.
There's no Storm. Sure.
No, we have High Templar gathering energy, but he's gonna be a bit shocked when he tries to cast Storm.
It's for mass feedbacks.
True. Oracle goes down, so we are losing map control. We're losing vision here.
Yeah, it's gonna make dealing with these lurkers a lot tougher. Should remake the Oracle.
It is quite annoying to try and poke against Protoss with Tempest, because it just makes it so, the trade's so inefficient.
Yep.
I said that, we just flew a Tempest into some Corruptors, so... That was a nice trade for you,
Oh, he
Another
is sort of
Tempest
move
goes down.
commanding into the Corruptors again.
Oh, we only have... There's only 3 Tempests left? 4. Yeah, there's 3 left in the map. That's actually... Now we have nothing to poke with these... Poke at the Broodlords with. It looks like Ryogin could actually just break this base, and he's actually going to the natural as well at the same time.
Yeah. It's sort of...
+2 weapons tonight. Okay, base trade time. I don't think that's going to work.
It isn't all that dramatic, but this just looks better for Ryogin. The only... Okay,
I think
there's
Azura
Storm.
just realized he can't cross Storm, because now Storm started.
Storm would have made
Now
this
you're
look
more
completely
Starklands.
different. I think Azura's just dead, to be honest.
The lack of Storm is kind of a critical mistake.
Yeah. To use the chess.com metaphor, you know, like when you make a critical blunder in chess, like
Yeah.
a big red thing that shows up, like, oh my god, what the fuck did you do that for?
I would say this is definitely classified as a critical blunder.
Oh yeah. Lost all of his good units, doesn't have Storm. Loses his 4th base. I suppose he still has his 5th base, and there's a shit ton of static D there. Why are we still only on 2 Stargates?
What Ryogin is not... What does he actually have? He just has tons of Corruptors. 22 Corruptors, 5 Broodlords, 9 Hydras. Corruptor count is a bit high. Well, so it's actually way too high. We need way more Broodlords, I feel like. Because you do not need 22 Corruptors to deal with a handful of Tempests.
No. Maybe a couple more Broodlords, honestly.
Azura doing a decent job of being a pain in the ass with just like sending random charge outs across the map. It just occupies the Zerg's time. But these two lurkers also being a pain in the ass for Azura.
Is there any detection?
Yeah, there's now. Azura just got built.
Does have observer speed, so they get on the field. Oh my god. Clutch Archon morph there.
Or the Tempest count gets immediately reset by all the Corruptors. These Hydra's gonna get cleaned up by the Archons, though, but here come the Broods. They're not gonna care too much. GG. Averts, Ponyo, Patches, Bombs, Latalix, Bingo, Gotus, Vinny. Actually, most of the games today have been sweeps.
How was Havertz Ponyo, by the way?
Game 1 was interesting, and then game 2 and 3 just kind of became repeats. Like, we just basically Ponyo just went battle cruisers game 1 and 2, and Havertz. The first game was kind of close with like the battle cruisers doing nothing, but the Hellions getting god tier damage, and then mech versus Zerg game, which Ponyo looked like he was doing okay, and then he got broken eventually by Havertz just with the Broodlord switch. And then after that, Havertz just decided, okay, just early roach pressure is going to kill him, which it did. Killed him because the battle cruisers aren't enough to deal with a raveling flood. And then game 3, he also did like a raveling flood, and Ponyo went for Banshees, which is a decent counter to it, but just couldn't quite execute. So he died.
Okay, so Havertz was just a smidge tighter.
Yeah. I think the game 1 was a banger, though.
I run into Ponyo on ladder a bunch. He likes to do timings against me.
I was curious because actually Richie's in the channel. I think Richie was mentioning he doesn't only do mech anymore, so I was expecting some bio play, but we didn't get any bio play out of Ponyo.
I mean, when it's SCL and it's on the line, you do what you're most confident in, you know?
Yeah, could be.
Alright, standard stuff, Gate Scout. I assume this is the standard Zerg build order.
Yep, everything looking pretty conventional. It's not like this. I don't. Did you watch the Celsius versus Gunner games?
I did not. Should I?
I mean, it's not gonna. It's not. You're not gonna invest much time. Put it that way. It's 12 minutes of your life for a best of 3. So.
Actually, I think one of the games got made into a short.
Actually, so. Yeah, it did. Yeah, so it was a best of 3, not a best of 5. But it was 3 games because it went. But yeah, it was.
So I've seen one of them.
Celsius being true to his normal style, which is very few drones and go go go.
Gotta respect it. Chronoing the first adept this time, and warp gate first. Okay.
Oh,
Never
no,
mind.
there's
It's a bluff. Changed his mind.
Yeah.
He is chronoing though, so we'll probably see some more depth pressure rather than the sort of second chrono. Oh, just the one. Never mind. It's gonna be rather passive again. The Lings are slipping by though, so we might see some counter damage. A lot of Lings on the production tab too.
Ooh. Well, I guess those are just to counter the depth that's going to be across. These 4 Lings getting is pretty rough since we're not chronoing. Ooh.
The depth is gonna pop soon though. Maybe 1 or 2 probes will die.
Yeah, okay, we're fine.
Adept commits to the shade. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or accident. Our spot shots. Okay, 1 kill. Okay, for 2 kills.
Well, that's way more than we should have gotten.
Oh yeah, and the adept gets out. That's crazy. And the Lings have gotten 0 damage. If I'm Azura right now, I am on top of the world.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, more Lings are coming, and there's a hole in the wall. Azura is sort of panic sandbagging right now. Oracle has popped, so
I think the quick instant wall is not a bad way to handle it, because it means your adepts can just focus on killing these things.
Yep, and the Oracle.
But now
Can we use
you
Overcharge?
actually bait out a lot of Oracle energy.
Yeah. This is going to delay the third pretty significantly, but a lot of Lings got committed too.
Look at Ryogin's drone count, it's atrocious.
Absolutely dismal. It's not even going to be that late of a third
Oh,
whenever
the Lings
Azura...
aren't done. They're still being annoying. Nice play here from Ryogin, keeping them in play. It's always tempting to try and go for the damage and just trade the Lings out for some damage, but I feel like if you can just keep moving them around, it's caused so much damage. Well, they get so much value over time.
It's better to split the Protoss's attention.
Yeah. Roach Warren again. I guess we haven't seen the third in this, but I think this is mostly because... Actually, no, I don't actually know why we're building Roach Warren, because we literally have vision of our opponent's entire base.
Yeah,
We know that there are no depths coming. There's no glaives. There's no charge.
He's making roaches, though. This might be just for
That's
follow-up pressure. Yeah, he's going for it.
That's interesting. So we've got 2 gas, almost 2 mineral line saturation, but not quite.
Oracles are on the map, so the Sling counterattack is going to cancel the third. I think.
They're coming back. They're trying to trade for units. All these things are going to... Oh! They're going to get in! Oh, no!
Bit of a hero moment.
Hiya!
And this is going to split the attention. Bit of an APM tax, because the roaches are heading up towards the third base at the same time.
Yeah, they have been spotted, though.
They have been spotted. Oracle beams are on. Start picking away at them. Unfortunately for Ryogin,
he's trying to go for a kill move, but surely this is not going to work.
like Azura is basically a 2-base Protoss right now. I guess
these Oracles are running out of energy. We've got no recharge.
it's only 2 gates of production. I thought he was going to be good because he was going Blink, but he needs... Okay, energy overcharge. Battery's empty.
The other Oracle's about to run out, so we only got 1 Oracle. Probably still looks like it's still gonna be enough though.
Yeah.
Because we can lose a lot of probes and still be in a good position here.
Afford to lose it. Okay. We've got 4 gates.
Stalker walking. Yeah.
Production underway. Blink is +1 are about to finish. Void Ray is out. Means we'll get consistent damage.
This is pretty rough for Ryogin. I don't really see how he can...
The only way Azura can lose this is if he invests too much in his third base.
Yeah. He needs to get a battery down in his third, I think, if he wants to try and hold
So
it.
the Oracles are going to spot that the third base is empty. There should be huge red flags. He needs more Oracles. Like, keep making air units, my man.
Yeah, so the Void Ray is working away on a Overlord instead of killing these roaches.
I'm going to recall the Overlords now that he realizes what's happening. They are both empty, though.
One's about to die. Ooh,
Not
just
quite.
dodges just in time.
Energy overcharge. Stalkers kiting away like their life depends on it, and it kind of does. I love this move. Tight wall the natural with a cyber core.
Ooh, the Biles killed 2 Stalkers on impact, on the warp in.
Love to see it.
So he cancels that full wall, which is also not a bad idea, because I think he is looking like he's going to hold this without needing the wall. Azura handling is pretty damn well.
I would like a third Oracle. Okay, no. GG.
And I think if you... Because he drained the Oracle battery so much, or the Oracle energy so much, that was actually the possibility, I think, of that working. Because like Oracles were like dangerously low in energy the entire time he was trying to hold.
Yeah, without energy overcharge, he would have probably lost that game.
Yeah.
Alright. Ace match hype.
Indeed.
I wish it was best of 5 because I want to keep seeing these games because they're pretty good. But
These Dives guys are always stingy with their games.
if I ever make it to Dives, I promise not to be stingy.
There we go. Attaboy, Claw.
Alright, standard stuff still. I feel like peak SCL is like around Masters 3.
Dives is where the party's at.
Yeah, because the players are solid enough that there aren't going to be many critical blunders, but they're bad enough that like weirdo builds are still pretty good. Like objectively speaking, the dog build isn't all that good, but you can throw it into a series and it's still going to work out, and it's sort of part of the mental battle between the players in the series.
Got some special ones for Nomad later.
Again?
I
Oh,
got some
you
special
know.
builds prepped
Ah,
for Nomad later, and
okay.
I mean, I think you can guess what they are.
Does it involve 3 buildings, not where they're supposed to be?
It does.
You're still doing that one. You
I
just.
beat Dracneth with it the other day.
Oh, nice. Have you seen that? There's someone actually. Some players actually do it. I saw it done the other day. Instead of doing it like hidden, you actually just wall, or you almost full wall the Zerg into their natural with the 3 buildings.
I thought you guys were
And they
talking
kind of.
about a spine crawler rush. What the fuck you mean wall them in?
So Beach Cat's he's got his own version of the flower, which is the flower minus 1 petal, and then he tries to transition quickly out of it,
Right?
like snipe the natural and then transition out of it. So I'm just saying, I played against a Protoss, like a 4/7 Protoss, who did a flower, but basically the flower's positioned like as a wall against the Zerg's natural. So you build the
Oh,
pile on the outside, then you base 3 buildings to almost. You literally make the wall for the Zerg, but you're blocking them out,
I think
and
I
then you
saw
just make.
Estrella do that once.
I think it is. I actually lost. I didn't lose to the build. Like I went to a macro game and lost afterwards, but I also went pool first, so it got a little bit weird. Um, but I didn't react correctly, so I think there's actually some. Because the thing is, like that also stops the lings from just running out and counter attacking because you actually walled them in.
Yeah, no, that sounds kind of scary actually.
Well, I hear lings eating something.
Alright, shading in with
Yeah.
the first adept. Spore trick.
But this one's not going to get so much damage. And
Nope.
then did we clean up all the lings? Yeah, all the lings are dead.
0 drone kills. He might just let the spore finish because he'll need it anyway. And he kills the adept. So it looks like Azura's multitasking is a little bit tighter than Ryogin. Last game, there was poking happening on multiple fronts, and Ryogin came out worse of the two of them. Pretty conservative play so far, though, all things considered. Gonna get like a 350-ish Nexus if the Lings don't block it first.
Is it going to nibble on rocks again? Standard practice, just go nibble on some rocks. Oh, we're going to catch the adept.
Not quite.
Oh, almost. We can run around and get the other side there.
Buys
The
enough
depth's
time, like,
cooked.
buys enough time for the Oracle.
You lose, yeah. Depth and a probe. Decent damage there for Ryogin.
Yeah,
Again with the Roach Warren.
I think
Roach is
he'll...
like it's built into the. It's like the built 330 Roach Warren is just baked in. Even if you're not against 2 base. I guess it wasn't a 3. It was probably like a 345 Roach Warren or something.
think
Still.
he'll double down on the Roaches.
I don't think so. I can't imagine. No, he's got there already anyway. This is just like game 1 where he built the Roach Warren and use it.
This is also a pretty good map to turtle up on 4 bases. Take the forward 4th. You can get some static and get some city with some gates. Turtle on Tempests. Take this base as your 5th.
You get some drone damage here. Only 2. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Damages one of the oracles.
This time Ryogan's work account's not quite as far behind as it was. I think even in game 1 his work account struggled a bit, so
No,
drawing
but
looked a little bit better this time.
it's very even for 5 minutes in the game. Usually at this point, Zerg wants to be further ahead.
Yeah, but I think that Roach Warren is part of that problem, because that's kind of cut. You kill 3 drones effectively.
Yeah. There's the Hydra then. Azura's gonna see that.
He's got Templar Archives already on the way, so he's going for Blink and Storm this time. A bit more conventional.
To my understanding, the best way to deal with Hydraling when you're going Blink is to spam a bunch of cannons.
Yep.
No cannons yet.
But I don't think it's necessary. It wasn't like a committed Hydraling attack. It's just they are Hydras, which obviously you need anyway if you want to defend. Although actually, no, the 4th base. Okay, that's quite a late 4th base here for Ryogin. A very late 4th base if you want to actually macro up more.
Double upgrades again. Okay, it's just for
Yeah.
a fast lurker done.
I think Ryogin tried a little bit of a pressure or tried a cheese all in last game. Didn't work, so he's like, okay, well, game 1 went well enough. It went late game. And I was able to do it. But now he'll be going late game against the more contemporary and dangerous Protoss Splash.
No
As long
Colossus
as he
here.
doesn't quote unquote ink himself.
He's
Patent
building up
patent
quite the
pending.
reserve of storms, though.
Yeah.
Got a
Ooh,
cool
Orc
wall
would nearly
here,
die,
some
but-
cannons. 7-minute fourth base, very fast. I would never be brave enough to take a fourth this fast.
Oh, Ling's attacking. They just finished off the rocks and left.
And he's already got it.
He's attacked those rocks 3 separate times. Like, I don't understand what he has against those rocks, but holy shit, he wants to kill them.
It does widen up the attack path, so if he does try to come here with a bunch of lurkers, he'll have better surface area.
That
This
is true,
is
but it is.
such a hard place to attack into, though. He's got some gateways here, some cannons and batteries. He'll have 2 Templars with storms. He can buy so much time.
Ooh, they take Lurkers at the 4th.
Ooh, big
huge stasis
stasis, big storms.
Well, Storm's on the stasis unit, so.
Yeah, storm the links though. I don't think he can hold this 4th, but you can make this difficult. If this 4th base does get established, it's going to be so tough for Ryogin. So I think
Yeah. Kind of looks like
Intervening.
Rogan just wants to do this with Latex Lurkers. Like, he's not actually going, even trying to get a hive.
I might try to get a hive. No, I think this was good enough. If you keep the
Yeah, it
Protoss
should
on
be,
3
but-
bases,
But you really want to start that infestation pit, otherwise it's going to be super late.
yeah. A lot of zealots.
Oh, it's a bit of a miss. Like, half the Lurkers ran away, while the rest of the army charged in.
2 more storms. First Tempest on the way. Mothership on the way. Big Zealot
84 workers
counterattack
here.
would be nice here. Yep. Zealots aren't going to be that much help in the straight up fight.
They can sure cause a ruckus across the map.
They sure can. Decent storms, but we're going to run out soon. Got maybe 2 or 3 storms left. If
That
that,
counterattack's about to cause some insane damage.
yeah.
Well, this
Basically
Lurker
kills
getting
the
to fire.
base.
Nothing's killing the Lurker. Oh no! Okay, we lose one High Templar, another set has to morph into an Archon.
Tempests are out. 18 drones and potentially a base are about to go down. No detection, so the lurkers are going to reign supreme. There's the revelation.
Back one is still undetected, so.
Oh, he's going to lose an Archon. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
dance! He's dancing! He's dancing! The Lings are coming. They're not focusing.
Oh,
okay,
there it
Archon
goes.
died.
That
The
Archon
numbers
stayed
must be
alive.
Too much here. Holy crap! This is the first time. It's a long time since I've seen Latex Lurkers get it done. Oh, but never mind. Mama's here.
Yep. Bad rally
When
with the Tempest, but it's going to live. Big storm.
When in
Big
doubt,
storm.
call Mama. That bit. Oof, that forces the spy to start up, so Zaun buying, sorry, Zaun fan. Azura buying himself a lot of time here.
Time for what, though, I'm afraid. He's only on 3 bases. The Tempest count is getting higher.
Yes,
Ryogin.
yeah, no Robo is a bit scary. Like, I think we need that Robo. Yeah, the Robo's coming down now. We need the Immortal production.
The
Give
worker
this army some bulk.
worker count was ahead for Azura for a long time, but
I think as soon as we cancelled the 4th, then Ryogin went up to like 84 workers, so he's been on.
actually
Okay, I guess we lost 18, so we did lose a lot, but.
he was at 60 for a while, or they were both on 60 for a while, and once the Tempest and the Mothership sort of popped, Ryogin added like 20 workers instantly. Zerg moments. Just jumped 20 workers in 2 seconds. Yeah, I can't attack into this anymore. Although once the Corruptors get out,
See, Robo's done. You start. I want to see that Immortal production start up.
all you need to defend this sort of stuff is with cannons, couple of defensive Templars. Zealot's going in. I kind of wish he'd just target the hatchery. It's almost dead.
Yeah, true.
Instead, he gets 9 drones. Still pretty good. And he's getting a couple on the other side. 3 Zealots just right-clicked on this and it dies before the Zerg can even blink.
Yep. Okay, Corruptor's on the way. Ooh, yes, double Spire. We've got Greater Spire and a upgrade Research Spire, should we call it. So more Zealots actually get spotted here by this Overlord. Pretty nice vision there from Ryogin. One lurker in the middle of the map is having a dance with the Zealot. He's gonna die.
Going up to a second Robo. We've got, how many Tempests are out? We've got 7, which is I think the magic number. 6 or 7.
Motherfucker.
Upgrades are pretty crazy.
Attention when I'm talking to you, boy.
Skipping +3 attack to go for +2 shields is a choice.
It's a choice, but this is a Sky Toss player. Remember, he's only thinking about his precious Sky units.
That is true. He is getting a lot of Immortals, though. Still no
Yeah,
third
but
Stargate.
there's
I would
not-
have expected
not-
like Void Rays to be added to this.
Maybe. There's still a Phantom of Hydras on the field, so I think the Voids will be pretty bad for the time being.
Hydras,
25 Hydras, you definitely don't want Voids against that.
the Hydras don't really have the opportunity to do anything, though. They'll be attacking into storms and cannons. The Hydras are gonna suck a lot of dick here.
Actually, trading out 3 of them to kill a High Templar isn't that bad.
That's great. Replace it with something better. These Hydras are fake anti-air. You heard it here first.
Yeah, but Corrupt is also garbage against Void Rays, so what are you going to do?
Well, there's no Void Rays yet.
Zerg life be tough.
Zerglife do be tough. GG Lords are out.
Yeah, so that's the only composition you don't want Immortals against is the Brutals. Anything else you're happy to have the Immortals.
Hydra's
But, ooh,
pretending
that's
to be anti-air. Ooh, a lot of storms. All together, all at once
I
there.
think we double up a bit there. We might be inking a little bit.
Letting just a bit of ink out. Getting a little excited.
Oh, High Templar on the front lines for a second then. They do drop. Oh no, we walk into the storm!
Hydras are
Holy
taking
damage
so
back,
much
man.
damage. This is some good storm spacing. Just one and wait for the next storm. Very good.
Tempest's getting great value here. Now we're going to send it. Don't know if that's necessary, but it should work out anyway for Azura.
Doubling down on the Raptors. I would like to see some Void Rays added at this point. I think we either have to double down on the air superiority and get Void Rays, or we need to get ready for the tech switch and accept we're going to lose all of our air units. It's the Corruptors eventually.
The Corruptors still can't really dive these Tempests while there's Storm and Archon below.
All the while, Azura is on 5 bases. This is becoming better and better for Azura. Resources lost is already 6,000. It's in his favor.
Oh, here comes a big attack.
Big fight. He's going for that dive. Mothership inked a bit. Yep, there's the dive. Didn't have any Void Rays, and now he loses everything.
Blackclaw convinced the Void Rays are the way to go.
If you want to maintain air superiority against Corruptors, Void Rays are the way to go. I mean, that did actually go pretty good.
Fighting under your static is just the way to beat Void Rays.
Or beat Corruptors.
Yeah, Corruptors.
That is
I feel
also
like I do agree that Void Rays they're really fucking annoying to deal with, but I feel like usually once you get past Masters and get into GM, they stop doing that.
I mean,
in theory, if the Zerg sees enough of them, then you just build a Viper and then suddenly the Void Rays are...
I don't want him to mass Void Rays or anything. I feel like 6 Void Rays added to this army just so that whatever the Corruptors try to dive, you can just Prismatic. Puts in a lot.
I'm just sitting here waiting because you said 6 Void Rays. I'm like, is he going to do it? Okay, he didn't do it.
Can't do it every time.
Thank fuck.
I can't believe this is like
what-
the biggest Chekhov's gun in this series. It's this one hatchery that he hasn't killed yet.
Yeah. But Zealot's still doing Zealot things and being annoying.
Not gonna lie, this feels like the PvT thing, where once the Terran gets up to 5 bases, like the Protoss will never take a good fight. It just sort of ends eventually. I feel like we're in a similar state where now that Azura is on 5 bases, and he's already up in resources lost, like, what do you even do here?
Yeah, that's true. Attacking into these bases is pretty suicidal, but we're gonna try. We seem to. I think we've rebuilt Hydras because we still have a shit ton of them. 20. We have rebuilds. We've got 27 Hydras.
That's questionable decision.
Yeah, I feel like we need those ultras. They're not, the immortal count's pretty weak, so ultras would actually do pretty well here.
Yeah, ultras would be good here. I think the addition of some vipers would be nice. He's trying to make the Hydra lunge work, but it's just like, what do you even say?
What do you say? I know what to say.
Protoss was fucking overpowered.
Good. I think Zura had a lot of times in this game when he was on the ropes, but he held out.
He held on.
Now he's got all the good Protoss toys, and he's loving life.
Oh yeah. Any Templar left? Yep, we still got 6 Templar. I think they're more spread out everywhere because I think there's no
Now
more
they're all
down
just
here.
now they're all chilling on creep by themselves.
What?
They were chilling on creep by themselves for a second there. They've been pulled back.
Going back
That
up
could have been a
to.
bit disastrous for Azura.
I can't believe he only stays on 2 Stargates. That's so wild to me.
He's not, I guess this is not really even a Skytoss player. This is just normal. This is just normal Protoss late game build, right?
Yeah.
Mortal Archon, Tempest, Mothership Storm. And some Zealots causing unwarranted amounts of chaos.
So 6 is the number you need to one-shot things like lurkers. Which is why that's the magic number. I like to get 7 just so I can afford to lose 1 and still one-shot lurkers.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 Stargates and your Tempest count gets wiped, you can get back up to 6 in 2 cycles. 1 Stargate to reduce the amount of cycles to get to 6 is the theory there in my head, so I don't know why he's so insistent on 2 when he has 5 base eco.
Getting another base though for Azura is tricky. I feel like he has to creep down to that bottom base.
I don't think he
It
needs
is
another
quite far away.
base. If he can ensure that Ryogin never takes a corner base, I think that's good enough.
Yeah, but I think it's difficult to deny the bottom right from Ryogin. You can deny the top left easier because he's closer. I mean, at some point, I don't think you can let. Yeah, you definitely can't let Ryogin mine both corner bases.
No.
And he is. Yeah, now he's going to try and take the 6 o'clock base.
Honestly, maybe Azura just takes top left himself.
But yeah.
Nope.
Because
he's
there's
gonna
not
take.
much reason for Ryogin to put effort into that base. The base closest is almost mined out for him. But I do think Azura should focus on maxing out before he tries to even take his base. So you don't want to be forced to take a fight here without being maxed. But I guess here comes a few more Templar.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Templar. How many do we actually have? We have 7 Templar. Okay. Just do a poke in the middle here.
Okay,
Oh,
I think
we're
this
walking
might
straight
be
over
the
the
game-winning attack.
Oh, what? Oh, what's going on here?
Defensive
weird.
recall just to get out of
Yeah.
full use of the recall. Bit of an
Think the
inking
storm?
going on here. A lot of storms going down.
Oh, Mothership gone. I don't think it's going to be. Oh, actually, the Archons are not fighting underneath. No, they are fighting underneath. Okay, Corruptors are vanishing. Supply dropping both sides, actually, but I don't think there's enough to finish off the Protoss here. And the battle report currently is showing, yeah,
Big
Azura taking
stalker
another good trade.
warp in. Resources lost. It's a crime scene. That is a lot of brood lords.
Yeah. But now Ryogin's broke.
And Azura managed to get a bunch of static set up on his 6th.
Yeah. One bad fight or one thing where you're not looking and suddenly a Protoss base comes down and all static comes up and you're like, oh well, I can't attack that anymore. I say that, but here comes Ryogin. Looks like he wants to challenge that assumption. I guess the army for Azura is still in the middle of the map, so... But it's not like Broodlords kill this base super fast either.
Hydras do though.
True. So they're allowed to. They're allowed to hit these cannons while the Broodlords or the Broodlings tank for them. It's going to be pretty good. Now those other run by the top's going to get some damage done, but there are Hydras around to clean it. Actually, no, these Hydras are getting pumped.
Azura hitting with Zealots in the center of the map all the while.
Oh, now the Hydras get caught out. And I think the Brood's going to get caught. No, okay, he doesn't want to engage into it. Fair enough. Don't think he should be in a hurry to engage. All the cannons are dead, so that's something.
All the cannons are dead. We
shooting
lost a bunch of
Broodlings are-
Hydras and Lynx to do it.
But
Be
the
honest-
Tempests are just shooting Broodlings, so that's pretty good for those.
I mean, the supplies are getting closer.
See some good storms here. Actually, those might get a bit scary. There's Brood standing in the storms, which is not ideal. Obviously, they're quite tanky, but you still want to stand in the storm no matter what you want.
He's warping in Zealots. He needs to remake his Tempest faster.
The space is going to go down, but is even. I mean, okay, I guess you have to deny the space from the Protoss, but it's going to cost a lot. Another mothership's out again, and there's no corruptors. The mothership can just walk forward almost. Don't know about using cloak yet, but
Ryogin is up in income right now.
yeah, but his trades are not going on now. The Tempest is just having a field day. I mean, this trade overall, 6,000. Okay, no, Ryogin's barely killed any gas units. That's the thing. Like, you look at the battle report.
Fat Storm.
that.
Okay, that's gonna be game.
Yeah, GG.
GG.
Azura takes 2-1.
Pretty back and forth game, but Protoss is OP. What can I say?
Nice play there from both sides.